HomeWizard.com and the Not Ready for Housework players proudly present Law and Order, Special Maintenance Unit. In the HomeWizard maintenance system, home maintenance offenses are considered especially heinous. At HomeWizard.com, the dedicated detectives who investigate these domestic disturbances are members of an elite squad known as the Special Maintenance Unit. These are their stories.
Kids, what have I told you about bouncing balls in the house?
Mommy, it went downstairs into the scary room.
I'll get it. You kids just go get ready for soccer practice.
My water heater died on me. Wow, you got here fast.
Yes, we were out on patrol when we heard you scream, so we came straight to the scene of the crime.
If we're going to find out what killed your water heater, we're going to have to gather some evidence first. Mind if we ask you a few questions?
I had a technician do an inspection and perform annual service on both my furnace and water heater about 8 months ago. I'm very good about getting regular service done every year.
Very interesting. Good. Did they backflush your water heater then?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Well, have you been doing it yourself at least every 4 months between annual servicings?
No, I didn't know that you were supposed to.
And it's just as we suspected. All the clues point to this as being a case of not enough regular maintenance. Over time, water heaters become a hangout for all sorts of sedimentary lowlife that builds up and starts causing trouble, making your water heating more difficult and more expensive. This sediment reduces the efficiency of your tank and wears it out until it dies on you. No wonder your water heater ended up with a toe tag.
Hey, easy there, partner.
All right, I confess. I don't do all the maintenance that I should. But how do I backflush a water heater?
It's easier than you think. All you need is to learn what to do, remember when to do it, and make sure you have the right things on hand to do the job. We can teach you everything you need to know to maintain your water heater.
A water heater is a large insulated cylinder filled with water, with a heat source at the bottom. The heat source can be a burner that runs on fuel, such as oil, gas, or propane, or the heat source can be an electric. Cold water comes into the tank through a pipe at the bottom of the tank, and then after it is heated, it leaves the tank through another pipe at the top. To get started with backflushing, you'll want to locate your water heater's pressure relief valve and its drain faucet. You'll find the pressure relief valve near the top of the tank. This is a safety valve that automatically opens when the pressure in the tank ever gets too high. The drain faucet can be found near the bottom. This is where the tank's water can be drained out, flushing out all the harmful sediment that is accumulated at the bottom with it. To backflush your water heater, if you have an electric heater, turn off the power at the circuit breaker, and for gas models, turn the thermostat on the unit to the pilot position. Then connect a garden hose to the drain valve at the bottom of the tank and put the other end either in a 5-gallon bucket, a floor drain, or run the hose outside. If you have a recirculation pump for your hot water system, then turn this off. Next, shut off the supply valve for the cold water inlet to the water heater. Then, open a hot water faucet in a sink closest to your water heater, and open another hot water faucet in a sink that is at the highest point in your house. When you do this, just a little water will flow out since you have shut off the water supply valve to your hot water heater in the step above. Next, open the pressure relief valve at the top of the tank. You might want to place a rag or small bowl under the vent pipe to catch any water drops that might come out. Then open the drain valve in your tank and drain 1 to 2 gallons from the tank. The water coming out of the garden hose will be scalding hot, so be careful that the water doesn't splash anywhere except in the bucket, drain, or outside. Also, if your water heater is located near your furnace, then be careful of hot pipes or surfaces. As the water begins to drain out, you will probably notice some small scale or sediment in the water. Then to refill the tank, first close the drain valve and remove the garden hose. Then close the pressure relief valve at the top of the tank. And then open the valve for the cold water inlet to the tank, and you should start to hear the tank fill with water. Then walk around and check the faucets that you opened in the house. After you begin to get a steady stream of water from the faucet, shut that faucet. And then for electric water heaters, turn the power back on, and for gas models, turn the thermostat on the water heater back to its on position. And if you have a recirculation pump, then turn it back on. And finally, double check that the drain valve is tight. And there you have it. Sediment buildup was your culprit, and now you have nailed it. While you're at it, it's a good idea to also test your pressure relief valve. To test the valve with the water supply valve to your water heater in the open position, i.e. its normal operating position, place a bucket under the vent pipe for the valve, then lift the lever on the valve for a few seconds to let water rush out through the valve. If little or no water flows out, or if the valve doesn't shut off, then replace it. The water coming out of the vent pipe will be scalding hot, so be careful that the water doesn't splash on you. The benefits of backflushing your water heater are significant. Routinely flushing out the sediments from the bottom of your tank will help extend its useful life, which is a relatively expensive item in your home to have to replace. It also will help you to save money on energy by helping to maintain the efficiency of your water heater, and testing the tank's pressure relief valve helps to ensure the safe operation of your unit.
Wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
If you know how to do it yourself, you can extend the efficiency and working life of your water heater, saving you thousands of dollars in costs. How's that for justice?
Thank you for all your help. Follow me, I'll show you out.
All in a day's work, man. But you need to know that failing to do your routine maintenance is the true crime that led to the premature death of your water heater.
I know that now, I'm sorry. But I'm just so busy, and I didn't know.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Easy, cowboy. You see, ma'am, now you know every 4 months you have to backflush your water heater. And don't forget, when your service person comes to do your annual maintenance, make sure to ask them to do the backflushing for you.
Don't they do that anyway?
Not as often as you'd think. Keep in mind these people may be from the companies that like to have you paying them for repairs, replacements, and higher energy costs that become necessary if you don't maintain the water heater you've got. So it's not always in their financial interest to make sure that maintenance gets done. That means it's up to you to make sure you have it done as part of your routine service. And here's a tip. When you ask your service person to backflush your water heater, watch them to see what they're doing and ask questions. That way you'll be able to do it yourself next time.
So if you don't want your water heater to end up in the middle of a chalk outline, ask your service technician to backflush your water heater during your annual inspection. And make sure to backflush it yourself every 4 months in between. Another tip that might help a busy soccer mom like you keep up with your proper maintenance schedule is making a water heater backflush kit to keep by the tank. Drill a 3/4-inch hole in the lid of a 5-gallon plastic bucket, just large enough for a garden hose to go through, and then drill 4 additional 3/4-inch holes that are sized to allow air to escape from the bucket when water from your tank rushes in. Next, get a 4-foot piece of hose that you can connect to the drain faucet at the bottom of your tank. Finally, print out a set of instructions to help remind you of all the steps of backflushing. Keep these things close to your water heater so that it'll only take you minutes to perform the task the next time around. Either make this backflushing kit yourself, or you can purchase a patent-pending water heater backflush kit for just $18.99 plus shipping and handling from HomeWizard.com.
Did you just make a sales pitch for HomeWizard.com?
Yeah, I guess I sorta did, but all in the name of good home maintenance, I promise you.
Well, that was a home maintenance job well done. Case closed.
So what have we learned? Backflushing your water heater is easy for you to do. If you know what to do, you remember when to do it, and you have the right stuff on hand to do the job. While you're backflushing your water heater, it's a good idea to also test your unit's pressure relief valve. The benefits of routinely backflushing your water heater include the increased life of your water heater, saving you a major replacement cost, the reduced energy costs by maintaining the energy efficiency of your water heater, and improved home safety. Don't assume that your service professional will backflush your water heater for you. And when you are working around your water heater, be careful of scalding water. And if your water heater is near your furnace, also be careful of hot pipes and surfaces. It's been a presentation of the Not Ready for Housework players. I'm Phoebe Roberts, Brandeis University, class of 2009.
I'm Marina Feinstein, Brandeis University, class of 2010.
And I'm Anthony Sabelli, Brandeis University, class of 2009.